We welcome everybody in here on Audio Sports Online. I'm Rob Kendall along with Lex Zorn. We are at Senior Day as the Plainfield Quakers will take on the Lebanon Tigers. As we said, it is Senior Day, so we're going to let you view a little bit of the Senior Day festivities, including honoring our 5 Plainfield seniors as well as the cheerleaders and the managers. So we will now turn it over to our PA address announcer.
Abby is the daughter of Marilyn Johnson. Abby has participated in dance since its startup at PHS 2 years ago. She has been the captain for 2 years. Abby's future plans are to attend IUPUI for an undecided major. Let's hear it for Abby Johnson. Next are the senior cheerleaders. Our first cheerleader is Brianna Bowling. Brianna is the daughter of Brian and Leslie Bowling. Brianna has participated in cheer at PHS for 4 years. She is also a member of MCA for 4 years, Spanish Club for 3 years, Yearbook for 2 years, Sports Editor for 1 year, and News Magazine for 1 year. Brianna's future plans are to attend Ball State, where she will major in nursing to become a nurse practitioner. Let's hear it for Brianna Bowling. Our next cheerleader is Lisa Entregard. If I mispronounce that, please let me know. Lisa is the daughter of Brett and Lori Stark. Lisa has participated in cheer at PHS for 4 years. Her future plans are to study at Ohio University in Norway and travel to a country where teachers are needed to teach an unspecified subject. Let's hear it for Lisa Entregard. Our final cheerleader is Ivana Stewart. Ivana is the daughter of Jeremy and Shasta Riddell. Ivana has participated in cheer at PHS for 4 years. She is also a member of National Honor Society, Octagon Club, French Club, and Yearbook. Ivana's future plans are to attend Indiana University to major in English. Let's hear it for Ivana Stewart. Next are our basketball managers. Unable to attend today is manager Arj Khan, who is a member of the basketball team in the manager position for 4 years. Our next manager is Sarah Laswell. Sarah is the daughter of Eric and Kim Laswell. Sarah has participated as a manager for boys basketball at PHS for 4 years and softball for 2 years. She's also a member of National Honor Society, Student Government, and Yearbook Sports Editor and co-editor-in-chief. Sarah's future plans are to attend an undecided university to study occupational therapy. Let's hear it for Sarah Laswell. And now for the basketball players. Our first senior is number 3, Keegan Motter. Keegan is the son of Brian Motter and Jennifer Henderson. Keegan has participated in basketball at PHS for 4 years and golf for 2 years. He's also a member of DECA and National Honor Society. Keegan's future plans are to attend Purdue University to study finance. Let's hear it for Keegan Motter. Our next senior is number 13, Reese Crawford. Reese is the son of Clint and Don Crawford. Reese has participated in basketball at PHS for 3 years. He is also a member of DECA and the Interact Club. Reese's future plans are to play basketball at Millikan University and studied pre-law, business, and marketing. Let's hear it for Reese Crawford. Our next senior is number 23, Jacob Luttenschlager. Jacob is the son of John and Leslie Luttenschlager. Jacob has participated in basketball at PHS for 4 years. He's also a member of National Honor Society and DECA. Jacob's future plans are to attend Indiana University to study biology or track for pre-med. Let's hear it for Jacob Luttenschlager. Our next senior is number 31, Max Kurkowski. Max is the son of Mark and Sue Kurkowski. Max has participated in basketball at PHS for 4 years. He is also a member of DECA and the Athletic Leadership Council. Max's future plans are to play basketball at Nova Southeastern University for an undecided major. Let's hear it for Max Kurkowski. And last but certainly not least is number 32, Bryson Ellis. Bryson is the son of Steve and Kathy Ellis. Bryson has participated in basketball at PHS for 4 years. He is also a member of the Spanish Club. Bryson's future plans are to double major in finance and engineering at an undecided college. Let's hear it for Bryson Ellis. And once again, let's have a big hand for all our seniors today at Senior Day. Congratulations. We wish you well in the future.
El Cerrito Plainfield is Indiana's leading Mexican restaurant. El Cerrito in Plainfield is the area's leading Mexican restaurant, serving Plainfield, Indy, and Avon since 2013. They specialize in Mexican food, guacamole, fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, tacos, cheese dip, fried ice cream, and much more. For all your Mexican food needs, visit El Cerrito in Plainfield. Impact Restoration, your hometown restoration company for all of your fire, flood, wind, and hail damage repair needs. Call 268-6375 for more information. It's time for Plainfield basketball on AudioSportsOnline.com. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Prestwick Pet Sitters, Raymond's Alignment Service, Wings Etc., Impact Restoration, Wicker Construction, El Cerrito, and Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield. Thank you for Prestwick Pet Sitters and owner Dan Crawford is a proud sponsor of the Plainfield Quakers basketball team. Prestwick Pet Sitters has been in business for over 20 years, servicing Plainfield, Avon, and Danville, specializing in in-home pet care for all types of pets, from Angora rabbits to zebra fish and all cats and dogs in between. Visit PrestwickPetSitters.com or call 745-9900 to learn more or schedule an appointment before your next trip. Raymond's Alignment Service, Plainfield's complete auto and truck repair since 1995. 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112. Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield, where doing business is simply awesome. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has engaged in building homes, remodeling, and insurance repairs while exceeding clients' expectations in delivering projects with professionalism and integrity. Wicker Construction works closely with you, the client, to understand your lifestyle and construction needs. Call 839-8353 for more information. Wings Etc. Great wings? Sure. But wait, there's more. So much more than award-winning jumbo wings. Stop by our location in Plainfield at 1818 East Main Street, just west of Kroger. You'll get a great big taste of what the Etc. in Wings Etc. is all about. Or call 406-3250 to place your to-go order today. All right, back here with our play-by-play announcer, Lex Zorn. I'm Rob Kendall. Thanks for joining us for the second game of our doubleheader. It is senior day as your Plainfield Quakers play host to the Lebanon Tigers. Big win for the JV, blowout victory in game one. And I'm going to head down and get some starting lineups for us. Lex, take it away.
Yeah, well, it's great to be here for this very unusual start time here at Plainfield. You know, it's senior day. Last home game for these 5 seniors for the Quakers, of course, led by senior superstar Max Kurkowski, also Jacob Lautenschlager, Bryson Ellis, Keegan Motter, and Reese Crawford. We had a nice senior day festivities, which we recorded and will be archived here on Audio Sports Online for you to watch anytime you so choose. And so Plainfield, they come into the game with a 5-14 record and on a 3-game losing streak. They're trying to finish not only in the regular season, they're not only in their home schedule on a positive note and give these seniors a nice send-off, but they're also trying to create some momentum going into the playoffs here. And, you know, they have 2 games left, regular season games left after tonight. Next Wednesday here in Hendricks County at Cascade, followed by the next day over out in Hancock County there in Greenfield at Greenfield Central. And then after that they move into the sectional, which starts in 2 weeks. I think the draw is going to be announced tomorrow. And it is going to be a tough sectional for the Quakers. I believe that they've lost to every team that's in the sectional this year, although they have had some competitive games against those teams. So certainly it's not a hopeless situation, especially if, as I said, they're to get a first-round bye and then get the semifinal win and then play against a team, play for the championship, playing the championship game against a team that's playing its 3rd game of the week. So, and you know, when that happens, fatigue can really be a factor. Speaking of fatigue, it could really be a factor for the Quakers today because they're playing their second game in just a little over 12 hours, playing against a team that's been off since Tuesday. However, that wasn't a factor in the JV game as the Quakers absolutely rolled over the Tigers by a score of 58-38, highlighted by a 21-1 margin in the second quarter. Tonight, however, the Quakers do have a very, very strong opponent in the Lebanon Tigers. They're only a 3A team, but they've looked very good all season. They enter this game with a record of 14-8. They're well coached by Albert Hendricks, who's 84-52 in his 6th season with the team. In Lebanon, of course, they have a great tradition, especially, you know, you think about the legendary Rick Mount, who became one of the top 10 scorers in high school state history, went on to become a big superstar at Purdue. Won at least one. I think he was on 2 of the Pacers ABA championship teams. And one of the greatest shooters in basketball history. You know, there was a game in which he was at Purdue, scored 61 points. It's estimated that he would have actually had 74 had the three-point line existed back then. So anyway, last year Lebanon went only 9-16, but they came back to win the sectional, and so that, you know, can give Plainfield some hope for this year, knowing that you can come back from a losing regular season and, you know, advance, you know, make a good tournament run. And Plainfield, they do, however, have some wins over 4A teams. That they beat Brownsburg, they beat Kokomo, and they beat Westfield. So, you know, they have beaten some, you know, very, very strong opponents, and they don't take a backseat to anybody. They certainly, you know, have a great tradition there, and, you know, it's a team that, especially on 4 days rest, is going to, you know, have a very good shot to get the win here today. So Plainfield better be ready. And now they're warming up 13 minutes here on the warm-up clock. Max Kurkowski is the leading scorer for Plainfield, averaging 16 points and 8 rebounds a game. No other Quaker averages more than 6 points, and no Quaker averages as many as 2 assists. So it's a team that's really lacked a playmaker as well as a lot of offensive firepower this season. We have seen some promising things on the JV team to make us believe that aspect of the Quakers varsity team is going to get better over the next 2 years. So certainly, especially come out with the kind of defense the JV team played, there is a lot of reason to believe that Coach Andy Weaver, has a rising program here. Certainly they've come a long way. These seniors were freshmen when Weaver took over here 3 years ago, suffered through that 1-20 season. Now they've come back. They've won at least 5 games every year since, and hoping to get a few more this year. And the fans continue to file in. I was concerned that because of the unusual start time that they would not get much of a crowd today, but it's good to see that we have several hundred fans here already, including, it looks like we have at least 100 fans from Lebanon who made the trip. That's a good probably 35-40 minute drive. Even on Saturday morning traffic, that's a pretty good drive. So thanks to all the Tigers fans who made the trek down here to Plainfield. And Plainfield, it's ironic, it looks almost like it's going to be Indiana and Purdue, Plainfield with the red and white, and they got the candy stripe pants, although they have multiple colors. It's not just the red and white. But it's close enough to IU's warm-up pants. And then Lebanon, they look like Purdue. They've got the tan jerseys and the black pants. And so I always enjoy comparing, in these high school games, what college and pro teams that they look like. But this one looks like Indiana and Purdue. And, it's interesting that I've noticed an increasing number of teams over the years. Schools use different uniforms for the varsity and the junior varsity teams. Like, remember we saw that a few weeks ago with Covenant Christian. They actually wore those neon jerseys for the for the JV team, and then more conventional jerseys for the varsity. And so now Lebanon warming up there, as is Plainfield. And I'll tell you, I'm glad that they have a better color scheme. I've called a couple of Lebanon football games over the years, and it's really tough because they have the black jerseys and purple lettering, so it's very hard to discern the numbers. And especially this game, I remember there back in the rain, and they have a natural grass field, by the way. I did Danville up there back in 2012, and the jerseys were stained with mud, and you couldn't see the numbers very well to begin with. So that was a heck of a tough game to call. Although one of the most, it was, I think, the only 1-point football game I've ever called in my whole 4-year career. So anyway, we got under 10 minutes to go now before we start here at Plainfield. And, this is, for those of you just joining us, the last home game of these 5 seniors, led by Max Strakowski, joined by Bryson Ellis, Keegan Motter, Jacob Lautenschlager, and Reese Crawford. They've seen, that they really, the program was almost starting over from scratch when they were freshmen 3 years ago, and they've made great strides since then, overcome a lot of adversity, and hope that they've, got a few more victories left in their high school career.
Well, it doesn't matter, Leck, how you do in the regular season.
Yes.
All that matters is how you do from March on.
That's right, and of course, we'll be watching with a lot of interest to see what kind of draw they get in their get in their sectional here.
Now, you know what I will miss most about this graduating class is we will no longer get a card to say hello to Foxy Roxy in Wisconsin.
Yes, that's right.
Max Strakowski's aunt. Yeah,
I'm not sure if she's ever had the opportunity to join us here at Plainfield, but, hopefully she has, and hopefully she'll get a chance to see her nephew play in college. Hopefully whatever college he plays for will have, streaming for all their games, which a lot of colleges do these days. So it's a good chance for it. And certainly it's great to see the advancement that the media has made so that, people are able to catch the games of their loved ones, and we know that Foxy Roxy's been a loyal listener, and I was glad to run into Brayton Vinger's grandparents a few weeks ago, find out that they're loyal listeners down in Florida, my former neighbors in Madison, but, still able to listen to their grandson's games regularly. And 7:42 to go. Let's look at the sectional that Lebanon's going to be, that Plainfield is going to be playing in. They're playing at the Terre Haute North sectional, which starts in the week after next. The other teams are Terre Haute North, Terre Haute South, Avon, Mooresville, and Brownsburg. So it's, basically, Avon Plainfield nearly beat Avon back on opening night, the night before Thanksgiving, falling only 49-47. And Plainfield did lose to Terre Haute North 53-38 back on December the 22nd. Then Avon lost the rematch with Plainfield. Plainfield lost the rematch with Avon 65-49. Then lost to Mooresville 70-57. Lost to Terre Haute South only 56-54. And then lost to Brownsburg 55-39. But, there are plenty of examples over the years of teams getting revenge in the sectional. Of teams, losing to a team in the regular season and then getting revenge in the tournament. So, you can't count out these Quakers. They have shown some improvement here in the second half of the season. And now they go to the locker room with a nice ovation as they will get some last-minute instructions from head coach Andy Weaver. So, it's certainly an emotional atmosphere. Not quite as big a crowd as we would have had the game started at its traditional time. But nevertheless, we do have, probably in the neighborhood of 500 fans here. And, certainly appreciate every one of them for coming out here and supporting these, supporting the Quakers overall, but especially these 5 seniors who really, started off their career, like I said, with that 1-20 team and worked their way up the ladder and hoping to, finish out their high school career in style. So now Lebanon also leads the floor, so we have an empty floor now except for this rack of basketballs. And so now we've got 5:06 to go here on the halftime clock. And definitely it's a beautiful day outside, unseasonably warm. Dr. James Naismith invented basketball specifically to have a sport that was suitable to play indoors, when it was not good weather for baseball or football. Basketball is actually the only, of the big 3 American team sports, basketball is the only one that's distinctly American, football having evolved from rugby and baseball from cricket. I understand rugby quite a bit. I don't understand cricket at all. And I'll have to ask Sherry about that, where she comes from in Trinidad. It's a very popular sport, as it is in a lot of the Commonwealth countries. I know it's where they got the concept of the inning from cricket at least. So, I know, and the thing I don't understand is in cricket they have scores in the hundreds, which is a mystery to me. So anyway, 3:54 to go on the halftime clock, and got some. I'm not sure. Maybe that's Lincoln Park. I'm not really sure. I'm not that much up on the modern rock music today. If it was stuff from the 80s, I'm sure I'd know it. But anyway, 3:34 to go here on the halftime clock now. And we're anxiously awaiting the dramatic arrival of the seniors and the rest of the team. here on Senior Day at the unusual start time. Certainly we were hoping that the Plainfield Lady Quakers would still be alive at this point. They lost in the regional last week to a fellow top 10 opponent, Greenfield Central, but nevertheless, certainly still, have a very bright future. They return all but 2 players next year. Should be, easily, they should open the season in the top 5, have a good chance to make a run at a state championship. They did get their first sectional championship in 10 years. And so at that, we will take a short pause here, and we'll be back with the game in just a moment.
And here come the, you go for it. I'll entertain the masses, Lex.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Lex going to step aside for just a minute. While he does, you're stuck with me, Rob Kendall. Thanks for joining us. The Lebanon Tigers now back out on the floor. Let's go over our starting lineups again for tonight's game. For the visiting Lebanon Tigers, number 3, Alex Siegfried. Number 11, Will Bird. Number 14, Trevor Lakes. Number 20, Clayton Barber. And number 25, Jalen Washington. For your Plainfield Quakers, it is Senior Day, so the seniors get the start, as it is Keegan Motter, Reese Crawford, Jacob Lautenschlager, Max Kurkowski, and Bryson Ellis. So those are your starters for the Plainfield Quakers. Still waiting on the the Plainfield Quakers to come out onto the floor. And again, this is our last broadcast of 2015-16 campaign for Plainfield. I want to thank several people that helped to make our broadcast possible this year. Of course, we start with head coach Andy Weaver, and did an outstanding job. Also want to thank Clint Crawford, Reese's dad, kind of heading up the Parents Club this year. Did a great job making sure that we got all the information from our sponsors and putting this all together as Plainfield now comes back out on the floor. And so I want to thank him. Also want to thank Tim Wooten, the IT guy out here at Plainfield. I want to thank him for all that he did for us during football and basketball season. Thanks, Tim. Certainly appreciate that. And here in just a moment, we will be ready to go. Plainfield in the home whites, red letters and numbers. The visiting Lebanon Tigers in the road blacks, gold letters and numbers. And in basketball season and football season, they go by very fast. One moment they're here, and the next minute they're gone.
At this time, would everyone please rise? Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched,
Well, there you go, our national anthem. Very nice. It's tough to do that national anthem via a cappella, but beautiful job there. And we're just about ready to go. Lebanon will be introduced, then Plainfield, and then we will rock and roll for Plainfield basketball's senior day as Plainfield the varsity looks to match the JV and wrap up the double-header victory. Leck?
Well, thanks, Rob. It's great to be here. Now they're introducing the starting lineups for Lebanon. And, it's just great that, we got such a nice crowd here to give these seniors a nice send-off. Hopefully it'll be with a win. We do have a tough opponent, Lebanon, entering the game with a 13-8 record. They won a sectional last year, and this year they're even better. Last year they had a losing regular season, came back to win their sectional anyway, and now trying to spoil Plainfield Senior Day as we hear Living on a Prayer. They're opening music. Surprising that they don't use Sirius by the Alan Parsons Project, but nevertheless, Living on a Prayer, definitely one of the great classics of the 80s. And now, so Keegan Motter now being introduced, and they're throwing souvenirs or something out to the crowd tonight. Sitting in the that one got about halfway up the stands maybe. And there that one. Skierkowski's got to go. But he throws his over to the student section. I bet he could have gotten one up here if he had tried. But anyway, I don't think they'd done that all season until last night and today. So anyway, we got all 5 seniors are starting tonight. There are some coaches who just always start the seniors on senior day no matter what. And obviously Andy Weaver sticking to that tradition for Plainfield tonight. So now Max Skierkowski to jump against Will Bird, and Plainfield controls the trip. Actually, Motter gets it. 7:55 to go here, and let's see here. He pitches over to, and now
Lautenschlager over to Motter, down into Skierkowski.
Yeah, so Skierkowski posts up, turns around, no good. Rebound there by Will Bird. That's B-Y-R-D, not B-I-R-D. So no relation to Larry, apparently. So now Alex Siegfried with the ball. Is he related to Sam Siegfried of Plainfield? Nevertheless, Alex Siegfried from Lebanon with the ball now gives it over to Jalen Washington. Now, and he travels there.
Offensive foul.
Oh, sorry, the offensive foul there. So that will go against Washington. He's a 5'10" sophomore. So definitely somebody who the Tigers will be looking for the next couple of years. So nearly a minute into this game on senior day, no score yet. Don't know how much fatigue will be a factor for Plainfield. Certainly wasn't for the JV team, though. Playing for the second time in a little over 12 hours, they were outstanding. So now Skierkowski, turnaround jumper, no good. So he's 0 for 2 on senior day. But still plenty of basketball to be played here this afternoon. And now it's cut to the basket and good. So Will Bird strikes first blood as Lebanon takes a 2-0 lead there at the other end. Jumper no good, but rebounded by and now Crawford takes it to the basket, but they're going to get a foul against travel, excuse me. So 2-0 your score, a minute and a half into this game on senior day. This is our 10th and final Quakers broadcast of the season. We're going to miss it very much over these next few months, but it's certainly been a great run that we've had, and hopefully it'll be capped off with a win today. And now Washington with the ball. Now inside to Bird, and it goes out of bounds to Plainfield. 6:10 to go. Lebanon leading 2-0 on senior day. All 5 seniors getting the start today for the Quakers. We can bet we'll see a lot of Connor Brins and some of the younger players though who've played well for Plainfield this season. Now Crawford with the ball over to now inside to Kurkowski, loses control but gets it back. Thinks about a three, then pitches back out to Crawford. Now over to Keegan Motter. Now to Ellis, back over to now inside to Kurkowski. Guarded, and now Kurkowski gives it up. Back out to Motter. Now over to Lautenschlager. And now Bryson Ellis Crawford handling the ball. Now gives it up to Ellis, puts up a jumper, no good, just grazes the front of the rim. So Plainfield still has not scored. Alex Siegfried brings it up for Lebanon. He is a 6-foot sophomore. Now inside to Trevor Lakes, hits a turnaround jump shot, giving Lebanon a 4-0 lead. Once again, remember, Lebanon led for much of the first quarter in the JV game, 14-11 at the end of one, before collapsing in the second quarter as the Quakers rolled to a 20-point win with the 21-1 edge there in that quarter. So Lebanon leads 2-0 here in the early going. Bird with the ball now takes it to the free throw line, pitches over to Washington, puts up a jump shot from the left wing, and they're going to count it as a three. So Andy Weaver said, sensing the game slipping away early, a 7-0 lead for Lebanon after that three-pointer by Washington. Not the way they want to start off senior day.
Yeah, definitely not, Leck. That's not good. We're about 2 minutes and 15 seconds into this game, and Plainfield quickly down by 7 points.
Yeah, 3 different Tigers have scored. Washington with the 3, and then Lakes and Bird each got a 2. So definitely trying to keep this game from slipping away, especially because as we've talked about a lot of the season, the Quakers don't have a lot of offensive firepower, so that makes it very tough on them when they get down in a game. Especially, like I said, only one player averaging more than 6 points a game, Kurkowski, of course. So now, just took my sweatshirt off in short sleeves for the first time all season in the broadcast booth. It's a good feeling. So now Motter with the ball for Plainfield, pitches over to Lautenschlager. Now inside to Kurkowski, posts up, turns around. Tries to lay it in, no good. So Kurkowski 0 for 3 so far on senior day, nearly halfway into this first quarter. Lebanon leads 7-0 and has the ball. Bird takes it all the way in, off the glass, no good. Rebound by Crawford, he brings it up. Puts it up himself just inside the three-point line, off the rim, no good. Rebound by Kurkowski, he puts it up, no good. It's partially blocked. And now Crawford gets it, but they wave off the basket, and they got him for a travel.
So far, the officials kind of letting it go out there, Leck.
Yeah, yeah, and we've got this crowd is really into it. As we hit the midway point through the first quarter, the crowd really wanting to send off Kurkowski and company with a win today. Not only because it's their last home game, but also because they need to get some momentum going for the tournament in a couple weeks. And now we've got a bank shot there by Lakes. He has 4 points now to lead the Tigers. It's a 9-0 lead. A little over halfway through this first quarter here in this special afternoon start time. So Motter now with the three-pointer there, and that's good. So Jacob Lautenschlager, the crowd exploded when he scored in the final seconds last night. Now he scores the first Plainfield points in this game, a three-pointer, giving the team some much-needed momentum as they cut the lead to 6, 9-3, 3:12 to go.
Going to get a foul on Plainfield. They're going to get Reese Crawford pushing off.
Yeah, and Lautenschlager is not a guy who really has played a lot this season, but, I don't think we've seen any substitutions yet for Plainfield. I'm sure we'll see Brins and some of the others. We got a three-pointer there off the side of the backboard, no good. Rebounded by, and now pitched back up to Kurkowski, who takes it to the basket himself, and he draws the foul. So Kurkowski goes to the line now. And we give a big shout-out to Foxy Roxy, Max Kurkowski's aunt up in Wisconsin, who I believe has listened to every game of his career, at least everyone that's been broadcast. So Max steps to the free throw line. He's going for his first points of senior day. First one is good. Now we got 3 of the seniors sitting down, and we got Tyler West, Connor Brins, and Jarrett Hufford all coming into the game for Plainfield, as Kurkowski's second one is also good. So now they've cut the lead by more than half. It was 9-0. Now it's 9-5. Now Kurkowski with a nice block on the other end of the court. Very clean. Plainfield gets the ball. Motter brings it up, gives it over to Tyler West, who started much of the season. Now back to Motter. Over to Kurkowski at the top of the key. Inside to Brins, knocked away. And Lakes gets possession of it, brings it up for the Tigers. They lead 9-5. 2:34 to go first quarter here on senior day at Plainfield. And now Gavin Bizot set to come in at the next dead ball for Plainfield. So now Alex Seyfried with the ball, takes it up to the free throw line, pitches back out. Now we've got a three-pointer by Lakes. No good. Kurkowski the rebound. Knocked out of bounds to Plainfield. Gavin Ritter and the two Gavins, Ritter and Bizot, coming into the game now. So Gavin has exploded as a popularity and first name in this last generation. So now Hufford brings it up for the Quakers. And I think we're going to see a lot of Bizot and Brins today, because Lebanon has probably about as much size as any of Plainfield's opponents have all season, at least in the games that we've commentated. So now Brins out to West, puts up a three, and he hits it. So Tyler West drains a three, and all of a sudden 9-0 has turned into 9-8. So great comeback here by Plainfield. 1:46 to go first quarter. Now drive to the basket, no good by Bird. Hufford gets... Brins gets the rebound, gives it up to Hufford, now passes inside to Ritter, who lays it off the glass, but no good. I'm sorry, that was Hufford. But no, there's Ritter, excuse me. So now 1:26 to go. Siegfried has the ball inside the lane, pitches back out to Bird, over to Siegfried, who drives in, puts it up under double coverage, no good. Rebounded by Brins. He gives it over, and now Ritter with the ball behind the three-point line, gives it back to Hufford, back to Ritter. 1:05 to go in the quarter. Now West with the ball out to the right perimeter, back to Ritter, over to Hufford, now down to Brins in the left corner, gives it up to West, puts up another three, no good. Rebounded by Bird. 50 seconds to go now in the quarter. Lebanon leading by 1. And now loses control. Jalen Washington fakes the three, then drives to the baseline, pitches back to Clayton Barber with his first points of the game. So that breaks the 8-0 run there by the Quakers, as Clayton Barber gets his first points of the game. 12-8 your score. 26 seconds to go in the first quarter here on senior day. And now Ritter with the ball, gives it to West, 15 seconds to go. Pitches back to Hufford, 13 seconds near the midcourt line. 11 seconds now. Guarded closely by Washington, takes it up to the top of the key. Now over to West. Three-pointer from the corner, no good. 4 seconds to go. 3, 2. I don't think they're going to get a shot off. Well, they did, but it was blocked by Bizot, who was right there in front of Washington. So, after one quarter of play on senior day, your score, the Lebanon Tigers 12, the Plainfield Quakers 8. Lebanon scored the first 9 points, Plainfield the next 8, and then finally the scoring for the first quarter was rounded out on a three-pointer by Clayton Barber. And so there have been no dominant scores in the game so far. Trevor Lakes has 4 for Lebanon, Jalen Washington and Clayton Barber 3 apiece, each on a three-point field goal. Will Bird has 2, and for Plainfield, Jacob Lautenschlager and Tyler West have 3 points apiece, each again on a three-pointer, followed by Max Kurkowski with 2. So, certainly a very fast-paced game, and definitely, after that 9-0 start, there was a big concern that this game was going to slip away early, but Plainfield came back fighting hard. And certainly they're going to have a good chance to, if they keep playing the way they did the last half of that quarter, they're going to have a good chance to come and get this upset over a very good Lebanon team today. So now Bird with the ball over to Lakes. Now Trevor Boyne, I believe, into the game for the first time for Lebanon. Gives it over to Barber. Now Bird has the ball back at the left perimeter. And now it's a cut to the basket. No good, though, by Bird. And now Ritter brings it down, puts it up, lays it in, and he hits it. So Gavin Ritter with his first points of the game. So cutting the lead to 2. Ritter makes the score 12-10, 7:19 to go, second quarter. It's been a 10-3 run by the Quakers after falling down 9-0 to start the game. Siegfried with the ball. Now over to Boyne. That's Boyne. And now he gives it over to Barber. And now West trips, but he gets right back up, seemingly unhurt. 6:57 to go here in the quarter. And now a three-pointer, a long three-pointer like NBA level. No good by Lakes. And now Bizot gets on the long pass and I believe drew the foul there. So 6:47 to go. Plainfield has never led in this game. The only tie was 0-0. So now West coming in. Trey Davis coming in and Tyler West sitting down, having scored 3 points on a 3-point field goal. So now inbounds to West. Takes it and pitches over to Hufford. Now over to Brins. Jump shot just inside the free throw line. He hits it. So Connor Brins hits it, and we're tied at 12. So Plainfield's come all the way back after that, falling down 9-0. 5 different players have scored. Nobody more than 3 points. A very balanced team effort. And so now on the other end, we got Barber with the ball. Gives it over to Siegfried behind the back dribble. Passes over to Bird on the left perimeter. Back to Trevor Boyne now at the top of the key. 6:10 to go. Now pitches inside. Jump shot no good by Lakes. So Plainfield. And now on the other end, Brins layup no good off the rim after 2 or 3 bounces. So Lebanon gone cold from the field after that, pretty good start. And now he loses the ball at the other end, and Davis drives against 2 defenders and draws the foul. 5:47 to go. Plainfield's never led, but they just got their first tie since 0-0. 12-12 now. So Jalen Washington back into the game. And also Luke Terrell, who played a little bit in the JV game. Wow, 6'4", 290. You can bet he plays for the football team. Now three-pointer by Gavin Bizot. He hits it. So 6 different Quakers have scored. 15-12 as Plainfield takes their first lead. On the other end, no good. And now we got a one-on-one fast break. Pull up a jump shot, no good though by Hufford. And but he draws the foul. So Plainfield on a 15-3 run after starting the game down 9-0. They got Washington on the foul there. Free throw up and good by Hufford. So already, amazingly, 7 different Quakers have scored. Hufford, no good on the second one. But nevertheless, 16 Quaker points, 7 different players. So that kind of balance is very, very helpful. So now 16-3 run by the Quakers. Washington handling the ball for the Tigers. Now Siegfried has it. Takes it up to pitches over to Washington. Behind the back dribble, drives to the basket, puts it up, and it's blocked by Ritter, but I think they're going to get him for a foul. So anyway,
fouls on Plainfield, number 22, Trey Davis.
So they're going to get Davis for the foul there. Washington goes to the free throw line. He has 3 points. Coming on a 3-point field goal. This one is up and good. He swishes it. Bryson Ellis coming into the game now. Bryn sitting down for Plainfield. Now the second free throw by Washington. It's up and good. Looked like it was going to roll out, but he ended up hitting it. Washington with 5 points now to lead the Tigers. So now down to now nice pass there to Bizot, wide open for a three-pointer, in and out. And now the Quakers Bird gets the rebound, brings it up, has a chance to tie the game or take the lead for the Tigers again. They led 9-0, now trail 16-14 here on Senior Day. Nearly a quarter and a half into this game, and now an errant pass, some miscommunication between Washington and who was that? And Bird. So 16-14 your score. Tyler West now coming into the game while Ritter sits down. A lot of substitutions early on by Plainfield. So West into Hufford, Hufferd. Now inside to Bizot. There's a couple of players fall down, but no whistle. So very loose officiating so far. Hufford with the ball now over to Ellis, one of the seniors here. They started all 5 seniors today. Now down to Bizot, who takes it away, himself. Nice turnaround move, and he puts it in. So Gavin Bizot leads the Quakers with 5 points. They're on an 18-5 run to take an 18-14 lead. 3:58 to go here in the second quarter. So now Lebanon with the ball. And now we've got a whistle here. It looks like there's a foul away from the ball. It's going to be against Bryson Ellis. Now Max Krakowski back into the game, replacing Ellis. Washington takes the inbounds pass. Thinks about taking it himself, but then gives it up to Siegfried, back to Bird near the midcourt line. Now Bird drives to the top of the key, but pitches off. Long three-pointer, no good there. Struggle for the loose ball. It's still loose, and West comes away with it, pitches it up to Hufford. Now patches over to a wide-open Trey Davis. Shoots a three, in and out. And nice rebound there, a ferocious rebound by Luke Terrell, the 6'4", 290-pound junior. Probably lineman for the Tigers football team. I haven't done Lebanon football in a couple of years, so I don't know, but I assume if he doesn't play football, he's missing out on a golden opportunity. So anyway, drive to the basket, no good by Bird. And now we've got a whistle here with 3:06 to go here in the second quarter. Foul on Tyler West. It is Trevor Lakes now back into the game for Lebanon, while Trevor Boyne sits down. And now Gavin Bizot sitting down, having played one of his better games of the season so far for Plainfield. So Washington now with the ball, drives, puts up a floater, and he hits it. Jalen Washington, 7 points to lead Lebanon. Plainfield leads 18-16. 2:54 to go second quarter, Tyler West with the ball. Now we got three-pointer from the corner. Air ball. Rebounded by Brins, though. He puts it up, and he draws the foul. So Plainfield looking very good. Very good after falling down, 9-0. I really thought the game might end up being a disaster, but now Connor Brins steps to the free throw line with a chance to give Plainfield a 4-point lead. The first one no good off the back of the rim. Plainfield has improved on the free throw line. They're up to about 65% of the season. Now, around midway through the season, it was really, I think it was 58%, so they have made some strides in that area. And if they continue to do so, they're going to have a chance to win a few more games this season. Bryn's second free throw is up, and it is no good off the front of the rim. Washington, the rebound, gives it up to Siegfried. And so now Lakes with the ball over to Washington, 2:30 to go. Washington drives down to the baseline, thinks about a jump shot, pitches back out to Terrell. Now out to Lakes at the top of the key. Takes it over to the left perimeter, gives it up to, I believe, that's Siegfried. Now gives it to Washington. A lot of fancy footwork there, and I believe they got him for there's a whistle there. So I think they got him for a travel. He, I think, got a little too fancy there. So now Gavin Bizot coming back in, and Kurkowski sitting down. Bizot, has looked about as good, in this game as I've seen him all season. So showing a lot of promise for the future. Only a sophomore, 6'9", got 2 years to continue to mature. And there now a drive to the basket, no good by Bryns. Bizot got the rebound, and we got a whistle here. So Gavin Bizot, who leads the Quakers in scoring, will go to the free throw line. They got Terrell for the foul. That's his first, team 7th. So now Ritter coming in for Tyler West. First free throw up, no good off the back of the rim. It was a one-on-one, so the Lakes got the rebound. And now Siegfried brings it up, gives it to Barber. Hit a three-pointer earlier. Now Barber drives down to the baseline, puts it up with left-handed, banks it in, and we're tied. So Barber with 5 points now, 18-18 your score. It was 9-0 Lebanon to start the game, 1:34 to go here, second quarter. And now Bizot with the ball inside to gives up to West, short jump shot, and he nails it. So Tyler West with 5 points, tying for the lead for Plainfield, putting them back up 20-18, 1:19 to go here, second quarter at Plainfield on Senior Day. So now inside to Terrell, who is wide open. So we're tied again at 20. And now on the other end, Tyler West has the ball, under a minute to go in the half now. Gives it out, looks for Bizot, but it is not open. Now finds Bizot down at the baseline, pitches back out. And we got a jump shot by Bryns, who hits it. So Connor Bryns with 4 points now. 22-20, Plainfield gets the lead back. 40 seconds to go here in the half. They're on a 22 to 11 run, doubling up the Tigers after that. After starting off down 9-0. So now it drives to the ball and drives to the basket and is blocked by Bryns. Plainfield, Plainfield, they might. This is probably an exaggeration, but I think Plainfield might have more blocked shots in this first half than they've had in any game all season. I mean, they've been a dominating defensive presence. And Lebanon is one of the taller teams, probably one of the tallest teams that Plainfield's played all season. So 18 seconds to go. Tigers could hold for the last shot. 10 seconds now, near the midcourt line. It gives up to Washington, 8 seconds left. And it looks like he's going to try to take it in himself. He now loses control of the ball. I don't think they're going to get a shot off. No, they don't. So, at the halftime at Senior Day, things going well for Plainfield. They lead the visiting Lebanon Tigers by a score of 22-20. We'll be back with the first half recap after these words from our sponsors on Audio Sports Online.
El Cerrito in Plainfield is the area's leading Mexican restaurant, serving Plainfield, Indy, and Avon since 2013. They specialize in Mexican food, guacamole, fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, tacos, cheese dip, fried ice cream, and much more. For all your Mexican food needs, visit El Cerrito in Plainfield. Impact Restoration, your hometown restoration company for all of your fire, flood, wind, and hail damage repair needs. Call 268-6375 for more information. It's time for Plainfield basketball on AudioSportsOnline.com. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Prestwick Pet Sitters, Raymond's Alignment Service, Wings Etc., Impact Restoration, Wicker Construction, El Cerrito, and Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield. Prestwick Pet Sitters and owner Dan Crawford is a proud sponsor of the Plainfield Quakers basketball team. Prestwick Pet Sitters has been in business for over 20 years, servicing Plainfield, Avon, and Danville, specializing in-home pet care for all types of pets, from Angora rabbits to zebra fish and all cats and dogs in between. Visit PrestwickPetSitters.com or call 745-9900 to learn more or schedule an appointment before your next trip. Raymond's Alignment Service, Plainfield's complete auto and truck repair since 1995. 3828 Clarks Creek Road in Plainfield. Their phone number is 838-7112. Stoops Buick and GMC in Plainfield, where doing business is simply awesome. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has engaged in building homes, remodeling, and insurance repairs while exceeding clients' expectations in delivering projects with professionalism and integrity. Wicker Construction works closely with you, the client, to understand your lifestyle and construction needs. Call 839-8353 for more information. Wings Etc. Great wings? Sure. But wait, there's more. So much more than award-winning jumbo wings. Stop by our location in Plainfield at 1818 East Main Street, just west of Kroger. You'll get a great big taste of what the Etc. in Wings Etc. is all about. Or call 406-3250 to place your to-go order today.
Well, back here at Plainfield, we're at halftime of Senior Day. Things going surprisingly well for Plainfield. They had a tough opponent, the 13-8 Lebanon Tigers, but the 5-14 Quakers rose to the occasion. They started off the game badly, trailing 9-0. It looked like it was going to be a disaster, but the Quakers came back and scored the next 8 points of the game. Now they lead 22-20. It's been an extremely, extremely balanced attack. Nobody with more than 5 points, but 7 different Quakers have scored, led by Gavin Bizot with 5 and Tyler West with 5. Also, Connor Brins has 4. Max Kurkowski has 2. Gavin Ritter has 2. Jacob Lautenschlager has 3. And Jared Hufford has 1. For Lebanon, Jalen Washington leads all scorers with 7, followed by Clayton Barber with 5. Trevor Lakes with 4. Will Bird with 2. And Luke Terrell with 2. So, definitely it's been an inspired performance by Plainfield. They're a team that all season long has struggled offensively, gotten a little better the last several games, but still, have a lot of deficiencies on that end. Like I said, Max Kurkowski, the senior, playing in his final home game, the only Quaker averaging more than 6 points a game. No Quaker averaging as many as 2 assists a game. But it was a very courageous performance. You get down 9-0, especially playing your second game in about 12 hours, and you could get frustrated. Keep in mind, Lebanon's been off since Tuesday, so they should be very, very well rested today. And so certainly this very emotional Senior Day crowd liking what they're seeing so far, and it's hard to believe that this game at one time was 9-0. But it's been a day of runs here. In the JV game, at one point, Lebanon led 14-10, and then next thing they knew at the half, it was that was late in the first quarter. Then at the half, it was 32-15 after a 22-1 run by the Quakers. So certainly, the varsity team seemed to have taken some inspiration from that run and didn't pull off one quite dramatic. But when you're down 9-0 and then you end up taking the lead in the second quarter, then that's certainly a pretty good turnaround. Now what they have to do is just figure out a way to keep it up for another half and give these kids a senior day win. And, they've had quite a few close losses, heartbreaking losses at home this season, starting with the first 2 games of the season on Thanksgiving Eve to Avon, and then the next game against Whiteland. But certainly this is this has been a courageous performance. Now we have 4 minutes left on the halftime clock, and neither team has returned to the floor yet. And certainly Coach Andy Weaver, I'm sure, is liking what he's seeing and has got to be encouraging his guys to keep up the defensive intensity. The defenses have, done a lot of good things in both the varsity and junior varsity games today. And, both teams, lost last night. The JV team got a nice win earlier in the game at a 10:30 start time. And the early time, even coming off a 1-point loss last night, didn't seem to faze the team at all. So you got to really give a lot of credit to the trainer of Plainfield. And there's Kathy Matthews and Rebecca Reeser here listed on the roster here. So nice work, ladies, in getting these kids in shape and building their endurance so that they can play that strongly when they're on their second game in half a day. So only 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes left in the halftime, and neither team having returned yet. So certainly both coaches apparently having a lot to say to their kids. And but, if Plainfield keeps, and now Plainfield does return now to a nice, well-deserved ovation. And if the Quakers play, as balanced as they did, all season long, one of the biggest problems they've had is that, Kurkowski's been their only major weapon on offense. So, they get down and, by several points, and the teams just clamp down and double team and triple team Kurkowski. It makes it very hard for them to come back. But now with Kurkowski only 2 points and the team still has the lead, that certainly plays into Plainfield's favor. It keeps the Tigers from, clamping down on Kurkowski, and, could leave the door open for him to get some easy points later on. Bizot has struggled a lot this season, but he has 5 points, tying for the team lead. And, if he, at 6'9", scores a couple of more field goals and starts commanding some defensive attention, that can really open a lot of doors for Kurkowski and some of the others. So Lautenschlager had a 3 earlier. West has nailed a few threes this season. Not a great three-point shooter, but probably the best that the Quakers have. Certainly decent in that area. And now, finally, with just a little over a minute and a half on the halftime clock, the Lebanon Tigers return to the game. And even more so, when the teams have their warm-up gear off, this does look like IU versus Purdue. So it's like I remember, one time when I was commentating Plainfield against Mooresville in football. It looked like IU versus Pittsburgh Steelers. So like Antoine Randall L's 2 big teams that where he's best known for. So now under a minute left to go, and that I'm gonna pause for about 5 seconds to chug my soda because this is my 4th game in a little over 12 hours, so I'm starting to lose my voice, but little soda, and I should be good to go for the rest of the game. So, I feel better now, and now the teams have gone to Plainfield's already out on the floor ready to start the half. We've got Brins, West, Ritter, Bizot, and Hufford. So Kurkowski surprisingly not getting the start here. Maybe they're trying to save him, make him a little fresher later in the game. But and that shows a lot of confidence that Weaver has in his kids, that he's willing to trust them to protect the lead without Kurkowski on the floor. So now Hufford with the ball over to Bizot, over to West on the right perimeter. Now gives to Hufford, cuts to the basket, short jump shot, no good. Rebound by Lebanon. That was Lakes who got it, and he gives it now to Bird. Brings it past the midcourt line. 7:30 to go in the third quarter here. Plainfield on Senior Day, and now the ball is knocked out of bounds to Lebanon. They trail by 2, 7:24 to go here in the third quarter. They led 9-0 before falling behind by 2 in the second quarter. So now we got Siegfried with the ball over to Bird on the left perimeter, guarded closely by Ritter. Thinks about driving to the basket, but loses control, and then maintains the possession, drives over to the top of the key, passes back to Siegfried, now over to Barber, now over to Boyne, and the ball's knocked out of bounds once again to Lebanon. 7:03 to go here in the third quarter. So now, let's see who I can't. And now that's Barber has the ball, and he swishes a jump shot just inside the 3-point line. And Barber with 7 points now, tying for a game high along with Washington. 22-22, 6:45 to go here in the second quarter. Brins now with the jump shot on the other end, off the side of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lakes, who brings it up. Lakes, the tallest player for Lebanon, and now Plainfield gets the lead back. Lakes, the tallest player for Plainfield at 6'7". He has 6 points now. 24-22, and now inside to Brins, and it's blocked away by Lakes, who gets the rebound himself and takes it down, and now we got a collision there between Lakes and Huffert. So Lakes playing with a lot of passion right now. 4-0 run to start off the third quarter by the Tigers, and now Bird will inbounds the ball into Boyne, back to Bird, over now inside the center circle to Siegfried, and now inside to and now we got a steal there by Ritter, who brings it up. 6 minutes to go in the quarter, and he tries to get Bizot, who puts up a short hook shot, no good. Rebound now, bringing it up, Siegfried for Lebanon. And now a three-pointer by Lakes, and he hits it, so it's a 7-0 run to start the half by Lebanon. You can bet Kurkowski's going to be back in very quickly, and Plainfield takes a timeout with 5:38 to go. So not a good start. Plainfield started off the first half with going down 9-0. Now they're starting off the second half going down 7-0.
Well, it was all Lakes there.
Yeah.
The Lakes show, both on offense and defense, and 7-0 run, as you said, Leck, to begin the third quarter.
Yeah, definitely a disappointing start for Plainfield. They bounced back before. They can do it again. So, I mentioned, that we were showing faith to trust his kids to hang on to the lead without Kurkowski. So, my educated guess is that Kurkowski will be coming in, right now. Now Plainfield returns to the floor now. So let's see. So playing now. See, we've got Ritter, Bizot, Huffert, West, and Brins. I was wrong. They're going to keep Kurkowski out a little longer. So we'll see how that goes. Now inside to Bizot. Tries to get his footing, but get a hook shot, but gives it up instead to Huffert. Looks like he lost his balance a little bit now. Brins now up to West, puts up a three. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound by Bird. 5:21 to go, third quarter. 7-0 run to start off the quarter by Lebanon here on Senior Day at Plainfield. So now Siegfried pitches over to Barber, now to Boyne. Inside to Lakes. No good. Short bank shot. Brins gets the rebound. Now West with the ball. Takes it to the basket. Lay-in. No good. And Lakes gets it now, gives it up to Barber. Nice ball move by Plainfield as Bird gets the driving layup, making it 29-0. So both halves, and now finally Brins answers with a short jump shot. He has 6 to lead the Quakers. But interestingly, Lebanon opens each half with a 9-0 run before finally, Plainfield responds. They cut the lead there 29-24, 4:34 to go here in the third quarter on Senior Day. Now a three-pointer by Lakes. He swishes it. That was perfect. So Lakes with a game-high 12, and it's an 8-point lead The biggest lead that the Tigers have had since it was 9-0. Now a short jump shot by West. He hits it. West with 7 now to lead Plainfield. 32-26. 4:08 to go, third quarter here. Now double team on Siegfried, but he gets the ball past midcourt, drives to the basket. I think it was partially blocked by Bizot. Now pass up to Ritter, now over to Hufford. Cross court to West, thinks about a three. He does put up a three, and he hits it. So Tyler West with 10 points now to lead Plainfield, and they're well back into this game, 39-22. Coach Weaver showing a lot of passion now, actually on the court, and it could technically get a technical there, but he hasn't so far. The referees are being pretty loose in this game so far. So 32-29 the score, and now a near steal there. Ball knocked into the backcourt, but Bird maintains control, drives, and now it's deflected over to Barber. Brins gets the rebound on the missed three. Brins brings it up, pitches it up to West, takes it to the basket himself, and he lays it in. So Tyler West on fire now with 12 points, cutting the lead to 1. Crowd getting back into this game, 3:08 to go. Anybody's game here on Senior Day. And now Lakeson, it's nearly stripped away there by Hufford. He, claps his, almost like two cymbals putting together. He claps his hands together in agony, knowing he could have had it. And now Kurkowski's back into this game, as is Trey Davis.
The officials have really let this game play out so far, Leck.
Yeah, they have. Maybe maybe they have NBA aspirations. I don't know. But Bird with the ball now passes over to Barber, nearly stolen there. Now inside to Boyne, posts up on Kurkowski, and he hits it. Nice job there by Boyne. Those are his first points, and putting the Tigers back up by 3. And now we got a near steal there on the pass from Ritter to Brins. Anyway, 34-31 your score, 2:30 to go here in the third quarter. Lebanon on top of Plainfield. Plainfield trying to get a win here on Senior Day for Max Kurkowski and the other seniors, the other 4 seniors. Ritter with the ball now at the top of the key over to Trey Davis, puts up a 3, no good. Rebound by I believe that was Bird. He gives it now to Barber, who brings it up. Barber, a 6-foot junior, and now a nice steal attempt by Keegan Motter. This is a young Lebanon team with Dalton and Deffenbaugh, the only senior, and I don't think he's even played in this game. If he has, it's not been much. So as good as Lebanon is now, 13-8, and it was near steal by Kurkowski there. Gives it over to now a three-pointer from the corner by Lakes, no good. Rebounded by Brins. Gives it up to Motter. Now over to Davis, back to Motter, and now Motter has it again. Now over to Kurkowski behind the three-point line. Finds Brins, fakes a baseline jumper, back out to Tyler West, inside to Kurkowski now, who tries to feed a driving Brins, but it's off the legs. And we've got an injury here for Lebanon. I believe that's Trevor Boyne. He appeared to be, he's now up, looking groggy, but walking on his own power. It looks like he's going to stay in the game. I think he probably just got a little shocked by the way he fell to the floor. So now they try to feed Kurkowski on the inbounds pass, but misfire, and now Lebanon has the ball with a 3-point lead. Now steal, though, by Motter, takes it in himself, and he draws the foul there on Washington. So he'll go to the line for 2. So those of you just joining us, it's an early start time today to accommodate the girls' semi-state. Plainfield trailing Lebanon by 3 on Senior Day, 34-31, 1:29 to go, third quarter. And Keegan Motter now misses the first of 2 free throws, just barely grazed the front of the rim. So he'll have a chance to cut it to a 2-point lead right here. Second free throw is up, and it is good. So Keegan Motter scores for the first time today. He's the eighth Quaker to score here in this game. Tyler West leads the way with 12. Now a wide open three-pointer from the corner. Air ball, though, by Boyne. And now across court pass up to West, who drives, and, it's no good. And now we've got foul on the rebound attempt. Lebanon leading 34-32, 1:09 to go here, third quarter. Lebanon led the entire first half, other than, of course, 0-0. Then Plainfield led most of the second quarter. And then Lebanon quickly got the lead back here in the third quarter and have kept it ever since, though they're only up by 2 now. So now a near steal there by Davis. Tenacious defense there by the Quakers. Under a minute to go, third quarter. They trail by 2. Lakes with the ball. Tallest Tiger at 6'7". Over to Washington. Now, three-pointer, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound, and now good job by Motter getting the rebound away. Nice behind-the-back dribble. He takes it down to the top of the key, pitches over to Krakowski, who's been surprisingly quiet, only 2 points. And yet his team's only down by 2. 27 seconds to go now here in the third quarter. Perhaps holding for the last shot. 22 seconds to go now. Motter now, 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. Showing no urgency. 13 seconds now. Now we got a foul there on the steal attempt there by...
that was an odd foul.
Yes. I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, he was nowhere near the basket or really even moving towards the basket.
Yeah, definitely not good fundamental basketball there by Clayton Barber, who's played a good game, though, but that was certainly a mental mistake there at 9 seconds to go now. 8, 7, 6. Motter with the ball. 6, 5, 4, 3. Drives to the basket. West for 3. No good. And that's the end of the third quarter. So, Plainfield goes to the fourth quarter on Senior Day. Down by 2 to Lebanon, 34-32. Got a barn burner of a finish coming up, so stay with us the rest of the way. And hopefully we'll see the team come back and give Krakowski and the other 4 seniors a nice send-off win, as well as some momentum heading toward the tournament in a couple of weeks. Right now, Tyler West leads the Quakers with 12. He really exploded there in the third quarter. Meanwhile, Trevor Lakes leads Lebanon also with 12. At the end of the at halftime, the score was 22-20 in favor of Plainfield. However, the Tigers outscored the Quakers 14-10 there in that quarter, which is ironically the opposite of what the margin was in the second quarter. So now it's 34-32 in favor of Lebanon. 8 minutes to go for the Quakers to close out their home schedule with a win. They've had several tough losses at home this season, but they want to finish out in style tonight, especially for Max Krakowski. What a great career he's had over a lot of tough obstacles. You know, when these seniors were freshmen in Andy Weaver's Coach Andy Weaver's first year, and now the nice steal attempt there by Motter knocked out of bounds, but they were 1-20, made great strides since then. Still had some, lot of games where, with 1 or 2 plays would have, given them a win. But trying to pull it out today against a very solid Lebanon team. They're a Class 3A team with a 13-8 record, won a sectional last year. And they're going to be even a lot better next year as they return all of their starters. And they got a lot of size, and, they've got a lot of, not only vertically but horizontally as well, especially with Terrell. And probably the heaviest basketball player I've ever commentated. He's listed at 6'4" and 290, so 7:30 to go now. Bird with the ball in the circle. Now drives to the baseline, and we got a foul here. 7:24 to go here in the game. Lebanon with the ball, leading by 2. And it's going to be, let's see, it's a foul against Plainfield. They're going to get Gavin Ritter. That's his first, team third. So still a few fouls to give for Plainfield. So now Washington with the ball gives it over to Bird on the left perimeter now. Over to Lakes. Now to Boyne. And now to Washington, 7:06 to go. Washington showing a lot of pride. And now the Plainfield comes away with the steal. Up to cross court to Brins. And he Oh, just lays it in. No good, but he gets his own rebound, puts it up. No good. So 2 short-range shots missed by Connor Brins that would have tied it. But now a nice steal on the down-court pass by Hufford. And now, but it's stolen again, and Lebanon gets it back. So wild turn of events here at Plainfield. Lebanon still leads 34-32. No scoring yet in the fourth quarter. Let's see. We've got now a drive to the basket by Bird. And they've got, I think they're going to get Ritter for a foul. Couple of, now we got, looks like Tyler West set to come back in for Plainfield, as well as Trey Davis. They got Ritter for the foul. That's his second, both coming here in the fourth quarter. So the first free throw is up, and it is good by Bird. So Bird has 5 points. Alex Siegfried now back in for Lebanon. So now into the game. Now for the second free throw by Bird is up and no good. So a 3-point lead by Lebanon. 6:26 to go. Hufford brings it up for the Quakers. He has the ball now. Gives it over to Trey Davis. Now over to Tyler West inside to Krakowski. Only 2 points so far for Max on senior day. Turnaround jumper. He swishes it. So Max Krakowski, 4 points now, cutting the lead to 1. Quakers very much in this game. 6:07 to go. And so now we've got on the other end Washington now with the ball. He drives to the free throw line, puts up a jumper, and he draws the foul. Jalen Washington, only a sophomore, already doing some very good things for Lebanon. Should be a very key player for them for the next couple of years. They got Davis for the foul. That's the 5th Quakers foul of the half as Washington steps to the free throw line. His first one is up, and it is good. 8 points now for Jalen Washington, second on the team behind Trevor Lake's 12. Bizot now coming in for Brins for Plainfield. So now, second free throw by Washington. It is up and it is no good. Rolls out, but the rebound by Lakes. He puts up jumper, no good, and rebound by Krakowski, who gives it to Huffer. Now down court to Davis, over to West. Now jump shot blocked, though, by Lakes, but Krakowski maintains control. So Plainfield down by 2, 5:32 to go in the game. Hufford with the ball, over to West. Now over to Davis. Now it's near the steal, but Krakowski gets it. Puts up a 3 that'll put him ahead. No good. And rebound by Trevor Lakes. Trevor Lakes, 6'7", one of the few guys, I've seen all year who can compete with, the big guys for Plainfield from a size standpoint. 5:08 to go now. Lebanon with the ball and a 2-point lead. Washington gives it over to Siegfried. Now over to Will Bird. 3-pointer now by Lakes. No good off the front of the rim, but Lakes gets his own rebound, drives to the basket, and puts it in. Lakes with a game-high 14 points, and now Lebanon has a 4-point lead, and we've got a whistle here. Timeout, Plainfield.
Well, this is proven time for Plainfield here, Leck. They've hung around all game, pretty much matched Lebanon shot for shot, and obviously Andy Weaver agrees that this is a big stretch of a couple of minutes here as he's going to spend the timeout.
Yeah, and if Plainfield loses this game, you got to look at the start of each half. Lebanon started each half on a 9-0 run. And, keep in mind, they have a 4-point lead, so, if Plainfield had just started stronger in each half, they would be in the lead right now. So, it's and this is really it's been something that's plagued Plainfield all year. They've just had too many lapses where they didn't score any points, or at least very few. So now with 4:48 to go here in the fourth quarter, it's definitely a time where Plainfield's going to learn a lot about their character, their drive, and their perseverance. Will they overcome this 4-point deficit and give these seniors, a send-off win? They're sending in Davis, West, Brins, Hufford, and let's see who's the and Bizeau. So Kurkowski getting at least one more break before I presume they will bring him in, for the finale. Hufford gets the ball and the inbounds pass from Davis now. Now Brins with the ball over to West. Now back over to West, to Davis, excuse me. Now inside to Bizeau, guarded by Lakes. Turns around and it's knocked out of bounds to Plainfield, 4:30 to go. Hufford now to inbounds the ball for Plainfield. Trailing by 4 on Senior Day. Now he finds a wide open Brins, but he mishandles it and puts it up. So now Connor Brins, 3 shots within about 2 feet that he's missed here in the fourth quarter. That's something that could end up being very, very crucial down the stretch. They trail by 4 now. Washington with the ball, 4:14 to go. And now Bird with the ball drives inside. And we got a steal there by Trey Davis. Big defensive play, gives it up to Brins now, and he travels. So Connor Brins really, several crucial mistakes he's made in this fourth quarter. And now he's sitting down, and Kurkowski's coming back in probably for the rest of the way at the exact even point here in the quarter. 4 minutes to go. Plainfield down by 4. So now Siegfried brings it up past the midcourt line, guarded by Hufford. Passes down, and we got a loose ball there, but it bounces back to Siegfried. 3:40 to go now. Over to Washington. Now back to Boyne. To Barber now under double team over to Washington now. Now to Siegfried down at the right corner. He takes it back out near the midcourt line again. 3:25 to go. Lebanon using a lot of the clock on this possession. Now a bank shot, no good. Rebounded by West. Gives it to Hufford. Passes down court to Kurkowski. Back to Hufford. Back to West. Over to now inside, and a steal there by Boyne. Great alertness there by Boyne, and now 3:05 to go. Plainfield, they're not out of it, but things starting to look bleak. They need to make something happen quickly. 2:55 to go, down by 4. It's not a tournament game, but it has almost that atmosphere being here on Senior Day. You don't ever want to lose your last home game. So now Washington now over to Boyne to Barber at the left perimeter. Over to Boyne at 2:30 to go now. Lebanon using a lot of time. And now Kurkowski, nice block there on the shot. Now we've got slow to get up. He looks like he's a little bit hurt. Is Trevor Lakes. That would be a huge loss. Looks like he's limping a little bit. Now they're going over to. There's a timeout here. 2:21 to go. So Lebanon taking a timeout. I guess they'll probably ask Lakes if he can. It's a full timeout. I think they're going to ask Lakes if he feels good enough to stay in the game. If he doesn't, that will be a huge blow to Lebanon. That will be a big game changer. But nevertheless, for those of you just joining us, we started very early today because of the girls semi-state. Plainfield has led much of the game now with 2:21 to go in the fourth quarter. However, they trailed the visiting Lebanon Tigers 38-34. It's been a game with a balanced offensive scoring attack by Plainfield. Max Kurkowski, only 4 points, playing in his final home game. But they've gotten some help from quite a few players who normally are not big scorers. Tyler West has 12, Connor Brins 6, Gavin Bizeau 5. But a 9-0 Lebanon run to start each half has been very hurtful to Plainfield, as has 3 short-range jump shots by Connor Brins, as well as a traveling call by Brins here in the fourth quarter. And certainly not putting all the blame on Brins by any means. There have been other mistakes too, but those, in the fourth quarter certainly do stand out in my mind. And Washington now with the ball double-teamed there. Passes over to, and now inside to Boyne down on the baseline. He takes it back out to the top of the key. Over to Barber. Now hands it off to Lakes, who feeds. And now it's a nice. Nice by Boyne, his fourth point. He has 4 points in the game now. 6-point Plainfield lead, 6-point Lebanon lead. Under 2 minutes to go now. Plainfield in trouble now. They need to get something going quickly. Down by 6 under 2 minutes. Now a 3-pointer there, off the rim, no good. Rebound to Lakes, and now playing some tough defense, but we got a foul there. Kurkowski fouling Lakes with 1:34 to go. And Lebanon with a 6-0 lead. So Plainfield starting to feel this game slip away as Connor Brins comes in for Bizot.
We're going to have a very abbreviated post-game show, Leck.
Yeah. Anyway, we did. At least I'm glad we got the senior day ceremonies in. So now drive to the basket, and that's good by Clayton Barber. He has 9 now, and that's a 8-point lead. Under a minute and a half to go now. So Plainfield in serious trouble now. They feel the game slipping away. Brins drives to the basket, misses again, and then gets his own rebound. Pitches out to West, puts up a 3. We got a whistle, though, I think, before the shot. Now Plainfield taking a timeout with 1:08 to go and an 8-point deficit, 42-34. Full timeout. Well, unless there's a major turn of events, it looks like Plainfield will end their home schedule with a loss. They still have 2 games to go next Wednesday and Thursday, respectively, at Cascade and at Greenfield Central, followed by the sectional out in Terre Haute week after next. As long as there's life, there's hope. But certainly this is not the way that the Quakers wanted to end their home schedule and send off, Kurkowski and the other 4 seniors here today, all of whom started. And so now 1:08 to go, and Plainfield returns to the court with West, Huffert, Bizot, Kurkowski, and Ritter. Lebanon has not returned yet. Ritter set to inbounds the ball. And now, let's see, Lebanon returns to the court with Washington, Barber, Boyne, Siegfried, and Lakes. So now inbounds to Bizot, and he hits it. They needed that. So the lead's cut to 6. Bizot has 7 points on the game now. A minute to go. Now, Lebanon's, they do get it past midcourt. There's a good defense effort, though, and they foul quickly. They foul Boyne. So 42-36, Lebanon leads, 56.1 seconds to go.
Problem Plainfield has is they only have 1 timeout left, Leck.
Yeah, that is certainly one of several obstacles they have as Boyne goes to the free throw line now. And one thing that Plainfield is at right now is the mercy of Lebanon to miss their free throws, which they do there. And nice rebound there by Ritter. Brings it up, 53 seconds to go, down by 6. Not quite over yet. Hufford with the ball, drives to the basket, and the ball is knocked out of bounds.
Missed call there.
Yeah.
Blake's got a hand on it as it was going out of bounds. Andy Weaver pleading with the official to no avail.
I agree with you. I think it was a bad call as Washington now set to inbounds the ball, and Lebanon takes a timeout.
30-second timeout called by Lebanon.
It's one of those. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say we want to wrap up by thanking all of our sponsors that made it possible for us to be out there this year. Certainly appreciate all of those folks. Thanks to Andy Weaver and Clint Crawford and the entire Parents Club and athletic staff here at Plainfield. It's been a great year. So thanks for allowing us to be out here.
Yes, definitely. Certainly I'm going to miss coming here on all these Fridays and Saturdays But, hey, football season starts now in just about 6 months. I'm really excited about that. Coach Brian Woodard has a lot of promise for this team for next season. So hope you all will get out to see Quakers football, here in a few months on person and or here on Audio Sports Online. And, it'll be Coach Woodard, he's had some bad luck with injuries, but he always produces a team that plays hard and is very competitive there in the Mid-State Conference. Of course, got a player now playing in the NFL, James Hurst. We got a steal on the inbounds pass for Plainfield. 40 seconds to go. All right, and now West with the ball, and we got a foul there. I don't know what that was about.
That's actually a smart play, Leck, because they're not in the bonus.
Oh,
yet.
okay, I got you. Okay, yeah, you're one step ahead of me. Yeah. Okay, so now Bizot is set to check in for Brins.
Yeah, very, very smart move there by Lebanon because they still have 3 more fouls to give.
Oh, boy, then they could kill another 10 or 15 seconds with that then. So, okay. Yeah, I caught you. Though that's just like seeing football save your timeouts, and basketball save your fouls. So, now Hufford, short jumper, no good. Rebound by Lakes, and that should just about do it. Lakes is fouled there. 29.9 seconds to go.
Yeah, if he can hit these 2, it'll make it a 3-possession game. And by the fact that Plainfield doesn't have any, they have 1 timeout left, but that'll just about do it. But he got to hit the free throws first.
Yes, but yeah, it's been great getting out here to Plainfield. They have such a great staff, great facilities, great fans, and it's almost like a home away from home as he misses the free throw. Rebound by Kurkowski. 28 seconds left. Plainfield with a slight ray of hope. But Bizot mishandles though, and it's knocked out of bounds. However, Plainfield retains possession. 23.1 seconds to go. Couple of threes, and they could tie it. So don't go anywhere yet. But certainly, the margin of error is down to 0. And now they foul Hufford on the inbounds pass. That's only the 4th foul, however. So Plainfield just needs to try to get somebody open for a 3. Tyler West, probably your best 3-point shooter. He's in. Kurkowski occasionally hits a 3 as well. So Hufford into Kurkowski, puts up a 3 immediately. He hits it. So it's a 3-point game, 17 seconds to go. So still a small glimpse of hope for Plainfield. They're going to have to foul quickly. They do. 11.7 seconds to go.
For some reason, Plainfield did not use their timeout there. I don't understand that.
Yeah, maybe they're hoping they can. Maybe they're trying to preserve it. I don't know, but definitely. Nevertheless, if the Quakers, if they do not score any points on this trip to the free throw line, if Lebanon doesn't, Plainfield can tie with a 3. So it is not over yet. Kurkowski only 7 points on senior day. He's averaged 16 on the season. Been very consistent.
I am really perplexed, though, why he didn't use his timeout.
Oh, yeah. I figured they would, yes.
And he got the first because that let a good 5 more seconds run off the clock. That was smart play by Lebanon, take their time to get the ball in bounds.
Yes. So Bird hitting the free throw. He has 6 on the game now, 4-point lead, so that makes it a 2-possession game. So Plainfield will have to score very quickly and then, get the ball back. And Bird hits them both, so it's a 5-point lead. Plainfield will have to score within about 3 or 4
Lebanon going to spend a 30-second timeout, and I think he's telling these guys now, hey, just keep it in front of you. No fouls.
Yeah.
5-point lead. Plainfield does still have the 1 timeout left if they can convert.
Yes. So, it's not completely out of it, but Plainfield, again, no margin of error. They've lost several games in the final seconds this season, either losing the lead in the final seconds or in which they had a chance to tie or take the lead in the final seconds and didn't quite get the job done. So now both teams still on the sidelines. 11.7 seconds to go. So Lebanon returns to the court with Boyne, Barber, Siegfried, Lakes, and Bird. Now Plainfield sending out Kurkowski, Ritter, Hufford, West, and Bizot. 11.7 seconds to go. We give the ball now to Ritter. Gives it up to West. And now he's having a hard time, and they foul him with 9.3 seconds to go. Only the 5th foul.
Another good move there by Lebanon.
Yes.
That'll be the 5th team foul. So it'll be a sideline out of bounds. Oh, no, they're going to actually give it to him under the basket.
Yeah, it's a good break for...
No, now they will make it a sideline out of bounds. I was going to say that would have been a huge break for Plainfield.
Yes. Would have been. So now pass into Hufford, and he puts up a long 3. No good. Rebound by Ritter. Puts up a short jumper. He hits it 8 with 2.9 seconds to go. They call the timeout. So a very, very small glimpse of hope left for the the Quakers.
So if you're Lebanon here, you got to just be thinking throw at the length of the court.
Yes. And if you if you're Plainfield, of course, if you don't steal the inbounds pass, you have to foul immediately, and then obviously if Lebanon were to hit even one free throw, that would wrap it up. So definitely, it's probably a 1% shot, but we'll see. Stranger things have happened.
It's better than a 0% shot.
Yes, yeah, but it's been a good effort by Plainfield. But if they lose, the epitaph of the game will really be the epitaph of the season. Just too many mental lapses, too many missed opportunities, and certainly they got a shot to get a couple of wins next week against Cascade and Greenfield Central, and again, the sectional. It depends on the draw. They haven't beaten any. I think they've lost to all 5 of those teams this season, but they've played, some pretty competitive games against them, especially against Avon. So you never know what can happen. I mean, everybody starts off 0-0, so don't get up on these kids. Get out and support them the rest of the way. They wanted to get a win on Senior Day, but this is not the end of the season, win or lose. So
here we go. Lebanon to throw it in.
Barber to inbounds the ball from under the basket. 2.9 seconds to go. They have to foul immediately if they don't steal. And they found then Lakes is fouled with 1.7 seconds to go.
Well, that's the guy they probably wanted to have the ball too. So good job there by Lebanon that time. And Lakes will go to the free throw line. One free throw will do it. If he can convert on one of them, he will wrap this thing up.
Yeah, and they're in the double bonus, so he will get 2 shots. So he has to miss both of them for Plainfield to have a shot.
And Plainfield out of timeouts.
So Lebanon playing all their guys back. Len Lakes, and he hits the first one, and that'll do it.
Yeah, so again, remind everybody, Leck, here we're going to just do a very abbreviated post-game show.
And now we got a timeout by Lebanon.
I mean, so he calls a timeout here. You got all the guys standing at the other end of the court. What are you going to tell them? Just stand there? I mean, you can't yell that out to them?
Yeah, I was just thinking, I mean, what is the point?
I mean, it's 60 degrees outside. The sun's been out. And we got to sit here for another minute and listen to this guy that he can't yell out to these kids.
Maybe he's just reminding them not to foul on a 3-point attempt. I don't
know.
Move.
I mean, how hard is it?
Of course, I always think back, this might be a little before your time, Rob, but back in the 89 NBA playoffs between the Knicks and the Bulls, somebody for Chicago, Craig Hodges maybe, I don't remember, but he fouled. New York was down by 4. It turned out to be Rick Pitino's last game with New York. And they were New York was down by 4, and somebody fouled a guy on a 3-point attempt. And, he hit the 3-pointer and then made the free throw to tie it. But then, the Bulls won in the final seconds of regulation anyway, getting this guy off the hook. But, yeah, it was definitely, a big lapse, sort of like when the Pete Carroll decided for Russell Wilson to throw up the middle last year in the Super Bowl. But anyway, the second free throw is good by Lakes. He has 16 now to lead all scores. 1 second left, and then Kurkowski. I don't think it would count if it went, but so disappointing end to the home career of these 5 seniors. Plainfield makes a good run at it, but they fall to the Lebanon Tigers by a score of 46-41.
All right, that'll do it for us. Thanks to Leck. Awesome job today. Thanks to everybody for listening. Thanks for a great 2015-16 campaign. For Leck Zorn, I'm Rob Kendall saying have yourself a great afternoon.
Good night.